Welcome to our program for Science 6 Primary Stage. أصدقائي طلبة وطالبات الشهادة الابتدائية، أهلا بكم في حلقة مهمة جدا، حلقة المراجعة النهائية. نركز دايما على كل الأسئلة اللي موجودة عندنا في الأجزاء اللي موجودة في الدروس جوه الكتاب، جوه كتاب المدرسة. نركز مع بعض في الأسئلة اللي هنقولها النهاردة، ومهم قوي أعرف إزاي هجاوب السؤال ده وهو طالب مني إيه. Let's go to see our question today. Concentrate with me very well. Concentrate in all types of question. Let's go.
Final revision. The final revision.
First question we have, give reason for. It is the easiest question, and write all the information you have in this question. Let's go to see the first sentence. Number 1, first class of liver sometimes save effort. What's meant by this? We have the first class of liver here. It has some efforts that saved by it. So here the sentence of give reason, why does this first class of liver sometimes save effort and sometimes doesn't save effort? Why? Because what? Yes, excellent student. We have what we have. Because sometimes the resistance arm is longer than the force arm. Again, resistance arm is longer than force arm in some cases of the first class of liver. And sometimes the force arm is longer than the resistance arm. Why? Because this is the first class of liver. The fulcrum is found in the middle. So it's in some cases we have the resistance arm is longer than the force arm and vice versa. So it sometimes save effort and sometimes doesn't save effort. Let's go to see the second one. We must use some tools to observe solar eclipse. What's meant by solar eclipse? Yes, it's covering of the sunlight by the moon. If the moon found between the earth and sun, right? So we must use some kind of glasses or some tools, special type of glasses to observe solar eclipse. Why? Because what? To protect my eyes from harmful rays of the sun. Like what? Like ultraviolet rays, like infrared rays that damage my eye. Again, is very important one. We must use some tools to observe the solar eclipse. Why? Because this solar eclipse, it makes what? It makes harmful of my eyes. So I must protect my eyes from the harmful rays. Like what? Like ultraviolet, like infrared, like cosmic rays that comes out from the sun to my eyes and damage it. If you don't wear these glasses or these special tools, your eyes will damage and you will be blind. After that, you have the presence of lead. Presence of lead piece in electric bulb. Here we have a special type of question. We have lead piece, the first part of the electric lamp or electric bulb. So here the presence of lead piece in the electric bulb, we have what? To connect the electric energy to the electric bulb or fluorescent lamp or any type of these lamps. If I have another question like the presence of metallic wire or copper wire inside what? Inside the lamp. Or we have another part that make connection of the electric current inside the lamp to the filament. We have what? We have the presence of any part of these metallic parts inside the lamp. So it has what? It has a function to connect electric energy to electric bulb. So here we have the electric energy. It must connect it to the electric bulb to make light energy. So we have a pieces or parts of the electric light bulb to make what? To make connection of electricity to these parts. Again, last time, the presence of lead piece in electric bulb, or if I have the copper wire or metallic wire or base, we have the piece of electric bulb, so to connect the electric energy to electric bulb. After that, third class of liver doesn't save effort or time. Why? Because what? We have the third class of lever. Concentrate with me very well. Third class of lever doesn't save effort or time. Why? Because we have a very important thing. Because here the resistance arm is longer than the effort arm. Concentrate in this one very well. Why? Because here we have the first class, it sometimes save effort or not. Third class doesn't save effort, always doesn't save effort or time. But it protects my hands, my body from danger. So here the third class of lever doesn't save effort or time. Why? Because the resistance arm in the third class it's longer than the effort arm. It's very important to know this. We have tungsten filament is preferred to use in electric bulb. Why we use tungsten filament especially in the electric bulb or fluorescent lamp? Why? Because here tungsten is a special type of metal that has high melting point. Again, we have tungsten filament. It's preferred to use in electric bulb. So tungsten filament is preferred to use in the electric bulb. Why? Because it has high melting point. What's meant by this? It doesn't melt easily by high amount of temperature or high amount of heat energy. So tungsten filament, it's used as a metal, as a wire, in form of wire in the electric bulb to has high melting point and doesn't damage or doesn't melt easily. So it is very important one. Concentrate with me in this, give reasons. It's very, very, very important sentences. After that, we have another type of question. Write the type of lever in each one of the opposite figures. Again, write the type of lever. I need the type of lever, just type of lever of each one of these shapes. So here the lever, it has a general shape or general figure that we have here. Let's go to see the first one. We have here a type of lever that contains three parts. Number one, we have fulcrum in the middle, and we have effort and load in the two ends. So here the fulcrum is found in the middle between what? Between effort and load. What's meant by effort? It's effort force, and the load, it's load force or resistance force. So here we have the fulcrum is found between what? Between the effort and load. What's the type of this lever? Yes, very, very good. We have first class of lever. Excellent. I don't need names. I don't need examples. Here we have, I need just one thing. We have the type of this lever. If you write examples, it's very good, but we have no marks more than this. So here, this is the first class of lever in this shape because the fulcrum is found between the effort and load in the two ends of rigid bar here. Let's go to see the second one. We have here another different thing. We have the load is found between fulcrum and effort. What's meant by this? Mister, it's the type of lever that contains load between the fulcrum and the effort. It's the second class. Excellent, very good. We have the second class of lever that found here. We have the load or resistance force that found between fulcrum and effort. So this is the second one. Give me examples about this. Yes, I hear you. Excellent. We have nutcracker and we have wheelbarrow. Very good, students. Concentrate with me in this one. We have the load that found between fulcrum and effort. It's the second class lever, and we have many things of the examples here. After that, we have another one. We have another shape. So the first class and second class, and this one is third class. Excellent. But concentrate here. Which part that found in the middle? Which part is found between the fulcrum and load? Or if I have the load inside or between, in the middle between the effort and fulcrum, concentrate in the position. Which part or which force that found in the middle? Here we have the effort. Effort, it means effort force that found between load and fulcrum. So the effort is found between the two other parts, so we have third class of lever. Give me examples. Yes, excellent. We have cold tongue, we have ice holder, we have another thing about the tweezers. So this is what they are some examples about the third class. So the third class, I remind you about this. Third class doesn't save effort and time completely, but it's protect my body from danger. Why? Because I carry some things with the cold tongue, like the hot or burning coal.
Final revision. The final revision.
Another type of question, we have look at the opposite figure and answer the questions. Here we have is very important type of questions that I look the figure and label number 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So here this is what? This is the opposite figure. We have here, this one is our figure. And we have what? We have the arrows that represent numbers that we know about this. We know these parts here. What the shape represent here? This shape represents what? Represents the, excellent, we have solar eclipse. Why? Because here we have a body, small body, that found in the middle between the sun and earth. So number 2 is earth. And we have number 3 is moon. Again, we have number 3 is the moon. Because it's what? Because it's smaller. Small than earth. And we have the sun. But what's about number 1 and 2 and 3 and 4? So here number 1, it's penumbral zone. Excellent. Why? Because it is shaded area. Shaded area, it means what? It is not dark one. It's semi-shaded area that found between or surrounds what? Surrounds the penumbra. And we have the penumbral zone that surround the umbral zone. After that, number 2, we have what? We have Earth and planet. It's very clear for us. And number 3, we have moon. Why? Because it's found between Earth and sun. It's very small one. What's about number 4? Number 4, it's umbral zone. What's meant by umbral zone? Umbra, it means the dark shaded area of what? Of the moon on Earth. So the shadow of moon on Earth, that's called, that makes what? That makes a shape of conical shape, that's called umbral zone. Again, in last time, this part or this shape here, it contains what? It contains a phenomena or represent a phenomena that's happened in the outer space. Between what? Between the sun, moon and earth. So the moon, it's found between earth and sun. It's called what? Solar eclipse. And the solar eclipse, it's happened when the moon lies between earth and sun in one straight line. And it makes umbral zone. What's meant by umbral zone number 4? We have here this umbra. It means what? It means the shaded area or dark shaded area of the moon on earth that cover whole light from the sun. And number 2, we have what? We have the earth. Number 3 is moon. And number 4, it is umbral zone. So this is what? This is a phenomena that called total solar eclipse. After that, we have some kind of question that called problems. It's very important for you. And we have one type of problem here. Let's go to see. Calculate the force of a lever. We have here the law of lever. Calculate the force of a lever if the resistance is 3 weights. Here we have the resistance, 3 weights. I don't need the unit here. I don't need Newton or anything like this. I need weights, 3 weights. So its arm is 6 centimeter and the arm of force is 9 centimeter. So here we have how many numbers here? We have 3. Number 1, we have resistance and its arm, and I have a force and I need calculate the force arm. So the force arm is what? Is 9 centimeter. So I need to calculate the amount of force or the weights of force. So here we have the solution here. This solution, it's about what? About the law of levers. So the law of lever is the force times its arm equal resistance times its arm. It's very important to write this law. You have the first mark about this problem from writing what? Writing the force and times its arm equal the resistance times its arm. So here we have, this is the law. What will happen after that? I write each one of them, substituted or replace the force by its value, and its arm by its value, and the resistance by its value, and so on. So after that we have the force. The force, I need to calculate the force, so I write it as it is. Times what? Times its arm. It is 9 what? 9 centimeter. Equal what? Equal 3 times 6. Why? Here we have 3. We have the resistance is 3 weights. And 6, it's 6 centimeters of its arm. So here the force times its arm. Again, last time. The force times its arm equal the resistance times its arm is what? Is the force times 9 as replaced by its arm, or 9 centimeter, equal what? Equal 3 times 6. 3, it means resistance, and its arm, it's called what? It's the 6 centimeter. After that, it's very easy to make these calculations. 3 times 6 equal 18. Excellent. And 9 divide 9 equal 2. So here we have the force equal what? Equal 3 times 6 divide 9 equal what? Equal 2 weight. It's very easy to know this type of problem, and we make the solution of this one. The answer is very easy, but you must write the law of levers like this. The force times its arm equal the resistance times its arm, and replace each one of them by its number. To make what? To make calculation very easy. So here again we have 3 times 6 divide 9 equal what? Equal 2 weight. If you have two numbers in one of these sides here, 3 times 6 for example, it's divide the other one, or the other number in the other side. After that, we have complete the following questions or following statements. Concentrate with me very well to know the answer here. It's very important to write the right answer here. If you have two answers in the following, write them, but they are similar to each other. Don't write two opposite words. Let's go to see the first one. From the second class lever is what? But space is from third class of lever. Here I don't need types. I need what? I need examples. I need names of some levers. From the second class lever we have many examples. What are they? We have the first one here. We have nutcracker. Excellent. So the nutcracker is one of the second class levers. After that, but space is from third class lever. Third class is what? We have many examples, mister. We have one of them. So here we have coil tongue. Excellent. Again, you need to write two examples is good. If you need to write one example is right, but you must write your example that you know it. So from the second class lever is nutcracker or wheelbarrow. We have two examples. Or we have bottle opener. Excellent. Any one of them is right. If you write two of them is right. Why? Because they are in the second class lever. So the second one, we have coil tongue, and we have tweezers, and we have ice holder or cake holder. Any one of them is third class of lever. Yes. So write the first one or the only example you know, and you know very well. But if you need to add some answers, write one else, just one else. So last time we have second class of lever is nutcracker, and the coil tongue is from third class of lever. After that, When the electric lamps are connected to the parallel, the light intensity, what will happen for the light intensity? When the electric lamps is connected or are connected in parallel, the light intensity, what will happen for the light intensity? What's meant by light intensity here? The strength of light. Yes, strength of light is decrease, increase, or decrease, or stay as it is without a change. We don't know. Why? We have what? We have here parallel connection of the light energy. So the light energy, it has what? Or the lamps, it has parallel connection, or is connected in parallel connection. So the parallel connection, it makes the light intensity what? Light intensity doesn't change here in the parallel connection. Excellent. Doesn't change, it means constant. Constant, what's meant by constant? The light intensity doesn't change between what? Of these lamps that connected to parallel connection, to connected to each other in parallel connection. We have another one here. Solar eclipse occurs when? Moon. I start with moon. Here the solar eclipse occurs when the moon. When the moon what? Lies between what? So the solar eclipse or lunar eclipse, we have what? We have two things or two phenomena that happened in the outer space. Solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. Here we have the solar eclipse occurs when moon lies what? What's the position of moon to make the solar eclipse? We have what? We have moon lies between earth and sun. Very good. Why? Because moon and cover all the sunlight. Cover all the sunlight from what? From the earth. To make what? To make solar eclipse phenomenon. So the solar eclipse is very important to know the difference between solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. Solar eclipse occurs when the moon lies between earth and sun. It's very important to know this information. And we have another one. We have the lunar eclipse that occurs when what? When the earth lies between moon and sun. So here we have, this is about solar eclipse. And we have another one of the complete. We have the lunar eclipse occurs when earth what? I start with earth, so I need the position of earth between what? Between the other two parts or other two bodies in the solar system. It's what? It lies between moon and sun. Moon is found in the solar system, and the sun is the biggest part of the solar system or biggest body in the solar system. So the moon, it's and the sun on the two ends and the earth between them. Why? To make what? To make lunar eclipse. What's meant by lunar eclipse again? It's covering of the sunlight from moon by earth's shadow. Why? Because here we have lunar eclipse. It's the disappearing of moon by making shadow on it by earth. And last time, lunar eclipse, it occurs when the earth lies between moon and sun. And in another information we have, it takes 2 hours or more than 2 hours. Concentrate with me very well. Lunar eclipse, it takes more than 2 hours. And the solar eclipse before, it takes 7 minutes and a few seconds. After that, we have a type of question that called write the scientific term. Write scientific term, it means I have a sentence and I need to write one word for this sentence. So the first one is, we have a device that used to change electric energy to light energy. Again, we have a device that used to change electric energy to light energy. So which device that make this? It's very easy, mister. We have what? We have the device. It is a tool or an instrument that change electric energy to light energy.